of Iran. Hendra SETIAWAN, 24 years of age, and his partner, same age, born in Jakarta, the shorter of the two men, Markis KIDO, 1m65, whereas his partner is 1m81. Number one seeds, of course, they are the world number one ranked pair. They are the world champions, the Olympic champions, winners of 13 career titles, and winner of 2 titles already this year. Of course, the Olympic Games in Beijing last month, and the Malaysian Super Series event, the first of the Super Series, the 12 tournaments in the Super Series each year, the highest tier of tournaments. Junjie and his partner Chen, 23 years of age, and surprise finalists, it has to be said, by in the first round, and then in the second round beat the number 3 seeds Kukian Kiat and Tanbu Hyong, the holders of this title. They won the title, the Malaysians, of course, a year ago, and they beat them in 2 straight games. Then quarter-final against the number 8 seeds, Dasuki and Sukmawan of Indonesia. 3 games required there, and then yesterday in the semi-final against the number 2 seeds, there you can see Kai Yun and Fu Haifeng, the Olympic silver medalists, and they came through in 2 straight games, 21-13, 21-16. And that was a big, big surprise. I guess that the Olympic silver medalists have had time off since the Olympic Games. Now, in comparison, Markis KIDO and Hendra SETIAWAN have not come up against a seeded pair at all so far. And again, because their opponents aren't seeded in the final, no seeded opponents in the whole of this competition as far as the Indonesian World and Olympic champions are concerned. The Chinese combination, 3 tournaments together last year, 3 tournaments together in 2006, and 3 tournaments together in 2005. So not a regular partnership on the world tour, although they've obviously been playing together for 3 years. Hashnijad, Zara Hashrejad are umpire.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, KIDO Markis and Hendra SETIAWAN, Indonesia, and on my left, Junjie, Chen, China. KIDO Markis to serve to Junjie. Level play.
So Markis KIDO of Indonesia starting this final with a wonderful low serve. Oh yes, it's been a great start to the final by the Indonesians. Now this in fact is the second meeting between these 2 pairs. The only previous encounter I think we can pretty well discard. I think it was in favour of the Indonesians, but it was 5 years ago in the qualifying stage of the China Open. And both these pairs have achieved so much in that 5-year period, improved so much. I don't think we can draw an awful lot of conclusion from that previous encounter. And what we can conclude is that the Indonesians, you know, it's very, very early stages, only 4 rallies played, but they're looking very sharp already. Something I thought was lacking from their performance last week in Japan. Great attacking shot from Hendra SETIAWAN. Wonderful angle on the smash, wonderful placement. Pretty powerful as well. 5-1. Oh, goodness me. That is Setiawan at his best. Taller of the two men, but he prefers to be at the front of the court, and he reads the game so well. So often just appears to be in the right place at the right time. That's great defense. That's a brilliantly worked rally. Well, I said after 4 points they were looking sharp. They certainly are. 7-1. Make that 8-1. 6 finals last year for the world champions. They won 5 of them. They have a very good record in finals. And when you compare that sort of consistency and record to this Chinese combination, never previously in any tournament final. The best they've achieved so far prior to this tournament was 2 semi-finals. That was the Polish Open years ago, and last year at the Bitburger Grand Prix in Germany. The last time they played as a pair in international competition, this Chinese combination, was 11 months ago. Well, he's not the tallest of players, Markis KIDO. And let me assure you, what he lacks in height, he makes up for in enthusiasm. And certainly at the moment, the Indonesians just giving a demonstration as to why they are the Olympic champions, the world champions, and the world #1 ranked pair. Trying to change the pace, trying to be a little bit too clever with the cross-court net shot. Just an indication, I suspect, of their overwhelming confidence at the moment. Our Chinese coach not giving anything away by his expression. Now this is a very good little spell by his players. 4 straight points. All of a sudden, they're not that far away anymore. And sometimes with this Indonesian pair, I thought last week at the Japan Open where they lost to their teammates in the quarter-final stage, to Suki and Sukno, and thought they got a little bit complacent. But of course they do have this capability suddenly to turn on the pace and turn on the style when required. It's always a sign of great champions, and indeed there's no question Markis KIDO and Hendra SETIAWAN are great champions. 11-6 the margin, opening game. Good vision from Chen. Saw that both the Indonesians were looking to come forward to the net. And the Chinese pair really are right back in this. The Indonesians, remember, of course, had an 8-point advantage at one stage when they were 10-2 up. Yeah. Shuttle deflected by the net cord, which certainly helped the Indonesians. That was the one bounced off the top of the tape. Now, what on earth is going on? One of the deputy referees is walking along beside the court. Really shouldn't be on the field of play. Bizarre. Yeah, SETIAWAN looking down as if to say to himself, I'm not sure that serve would have landed in. Oh my word. Well, the jump smashes from Markis KIDO. Goodness me, gets some elevation, doesn't he? An angle of shot there, coupled with the power. Absolutely fantastic. Good defense from SETIAWAN. Driving the shuttle back, not giving Junjie any opportunity to hit it down again. Had to turn and play a backhand. And the Chinese players just indicating that the court will need some attention. Yeah, a quick mop from the court attendant gives the players the opportunity to have a towel down. that many long rallies in this opening game. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I said that he read the game so well. Seemed to be in the right place at the right time. That was an understatement in that rally. Perfect interception. Standing his ground well at the net, Junjie. Oh, what an excellent low serve. Serving out wide, totally deceiving Markis KIDO, sorry, Hendra SETIAWAN. Oh, goodness. And just when you thought they were on a roll, the Chinese pair, error on serve. Oh, service fault is called. Shuttle struck above the waist, says the service judge. Wang Zhenghe of China, service judge. Umpire calls 2016 game point. 4 opportunities for the Indonesians to close out this opening game. Take it the second time of asking, and the world and Olympic champion are 1 game to the good in this men's doubles final here in Changzhou. 14 minutes for the opening game, 21-17. Well, it took a short while for the Chinese pair to really get into their stride in that final, in that opening game. But they've certainly played themselves in now. And that will make the Indonesians think a little. They started so quickly, raced to that 10-2 lead. Well, Junjie and Chen of China. Well, they really did play themselves back into that opening game. After being 8 points adrift in the early stages at 2-10 down, and that confidence that they've gained from playing themselves into the match has been carried forward to the start of this second game. They've raced to a 4-love lead. And a wild shot from Markis KIDO. That's 6 love. Not taking the defensive shot early enough, not bending the knees either. Have to crouch down low when you're defending. A little more urgency in the rally there from the Indonesians. Change of pace, the little drop down to the centre of the court, both the Chinese players lunging forward to retrieve it, getting in a muddle. Oh, what a miss from Markis KIDO. Looks back as his coach in bewilderment. Good reaction from Hendra SETIAWAN. And in the opening game, he was really making the big difference. He was intercepting at the net, reading the game. Hasn't really made the same sort of impact on the second game so far. Oh. Error on the return of serve from Chen. And it means that the margin has been closed to just 1 point. Chinese wanting to take their time. Indonesians, experienced as they are, just walk away, settle again. And they're back level. 7 of the last 8 points in favour of Indonesia. Yeah, and there's another.
8-7.
That's wide. I don't think that SETIAWAN really meant to leave that. I think he was trying to reach it, but it did land wide of the mark. 9-7. 9 of the last 10 points for the Indonesians. 8-9. Oh, that's quick. Junjie onto that like grease lightning. Well, Markis KIDO misses another one at the front of the court. Definitely the Indonesians' favoured formation is for Kido to be at the back. Setiawan far more consistent and better at the front of the court. So it's the Chinese pair that have the 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval. The lift was short, and the smash put away from Chen. Much to the delight of the crowd here in Changzhou. Oh. Yes, disappointment for the Chinese there. Perhaps trying to hit the shuttle a little too hard. Well, they really are fired up. Chinese combination. It's a huge opportunity for them, their first ever international tournament final, let alone a super series. That's good play. Setiawan driving the shuttle back on his defence and moving forward. Look at that, that's terrific. Immediately going forward, his partner realises that and switches to play from the back of the court. But Markis KIDO is struggling a little bit at the moment. 1 or 2 unforced errors in his game. And it's costing the Indonesians dear. Well, you create your own luck on many occasions, and that was one of them. Huge leap in the air from Junjie. Sheer magic. He's a very quiet, unassuming man. He is Hendra SETIAWAN, but my goodness, isn't he an inspirational player? And the world #1 pair are back level. All good.
15-15.
Oof, it was only just good. But just is good enough.
Service over, 16 all.
This is where character and experience counts. 16 all in the second game. Yes, there's no question. Yu Chen is fired up. We're going for an extravagant return of serve. Markis KIDO trying to put top spin on the shuttle. But the lift is well long of that back line. This is all desperately close now. The second game. Oh yes, what a shot! A backhand from Junjie. Quite remarkable. In fact, very reminiscent of Shi Zhongbo in the mixed doubles. Oh! Well, I said a moment ago he was an inspirational player. That was inspiration. Calm, cool and collected in a crisis. But the net cord deflecting the shuttle. Indonesians couldn't control it, and 2 game points now for the Chinese to level this final at 1 game apiece. There's the hand signal, letting him know, his partner know what serve he's going to use. Well saved from Markis KIDO. That took courage because he's made a couple of errors at the front of the court in this second game. 1 game point saved. Another opportunity here for China. That's gone wide. Opportunity squandered by Sun. It's 20 all. We'll need extra points. It's got to be a 2 clear point winning margin. Third opportunity now for the Chinese to send it to a 3rd game. Well, once again, it was a courageous return of serve. 21 all. It's a good low serve. And a good smash as well. Fourth opportunity now for the Chinese to close out this second game. And for the 4th time, the Indonesians have the courage to really be positive. And positive once again. And for the first time, it's now the Indonesians. Match point for them. 23-22. It's wide. What a tremendous final. The world and Olympic champions had the courage when under pressure. They had to save 4 game points in that second game. And on their first opportunity to close out the match in 2 straight games, they grasped it. The title is theirs. Confirmation of the score: 21-17, 24-22 in 32 minutes. And Markis KIDO and Hendra SETIAWAN confirm their status as the world's best men's doubles pair. No question of that. World champions, Olympic champions, world number ones. Their 3rd title of the year. So of course that means that a 2nd title for Indonesia here at the China Masters in Changzhou. The men's doubles to go with the men's singles and Sonny Dui Kunchoro. 2 titles to China in the form of women's doubles, Chen and Zhao Yunlei, and of course in the mixed doubles, Zhi Zhongbo and Zhang Yawen, proving a point, making a point, the fact that they didn't qualify for the Olympic Games, winning this Super Series title. And then of course women's singles, a terrific match, going the full distance with Junjie of Hong Kong, showing her experience in coming through that match against the world junior champion Wan Ning. So the players poised and ready for the prize presentation for the men's doubles. Big breakthrough here in international terms for Junjie and Chen. First ever international tournament final, and it was one of the majors, one of the Super Series tournaments. But for the Indonesians, Markis KIDO and Hendra SETIAWAN confirming their status as the best in the world. Their 4th final of the year, their 3rd title. Hong Yong, Vice Director of Jiangsu Sports Bureau. The winners' trophies. And after their disappointment last week in Japan, when the Indonesian pair lost to their teammates in the quarterfinal, they have bounced back, as all great champions do. As they receive their prizes, and indeed now the winners' checks and runners-up. Time for us to reflect, and of course 2 titles to China, the women's doubles and the mixed doubles. 2 titles to Indonesia, Sonny Dui Kunchoro winning his 2nd consecutive Super Series title in 2 weeks, his 3rd consecutive in all. Really is a remarkable performance by the Indonesian, and of course the Indonesians winning the men's doubles here as well. The women's singles going to the Athens bronze medalist Junjie of Hong Kong. So once again, it's been a highly successful tournament here in China. The China Masters from Changzhou. From all of us here, it's been an absolute pleasure to have your company. Until the next time, from Jill Clark, and as I say, from all of us, all the production team, until the next time, bye-bye.